I've never gone live on YouTube or Instagram. Am I scared or nervous or what's going on? Did I have a bad experience going live? Here's what I'm thinking. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking. Hey everyone, Donna here. So yeah, I've been putting out YouTube videos on a regular basis since 2014, and I've been doing Instagram, and my Instagram stories have been in German, by the way, for I think over a year now, and I've never gone live. Actually, I think when I started the Wanted Adventure Living Abroad series on YouTube in 2014, I don't think YouTube had the go live feature. I don't recall, but I don't think it existed then. But anyway, it has existed now for a while, and yet I still have never used it. Why not? Okay, so to answer the questions that I asked myself at the beginning of this video, yes, and yes. Yes, I'm scared to go live. Yes, I'm nervous. And yes, I had a bit of a bad experience. That's a bit of a tongue twister, a bit of a bad experience. So first to the bad experience. Do you remember way back when there was the Twitter app called Periscope? I don't know if it exists anymore. Stefan, does Periscope still exist? He doesn't know. I don't know. I don't use it anymore. But in the past, when it first came out, I did use it. When Periscope launched in 2015, I was still pretty new to putting out YouTube content on a regular basis, and I was super excited to try out this new content platform, and so I jumped on board, and I went live at least I think like once or twice at the beginning with great experiences. It was a lot of fun, and I had friendly feedback from the people watching the live stream. Then I went live for I think like the third or the fourth time. I don't really remember. I know it was still pretty new to me. Stefan and I were going for a walk, and we went through the Hirschgarten here in Munich. For those of you who don't speak German, Hirschgarten means deer garden. And there are usually some deer in a pen at the park, and people come and say hi to them and look at them. And so anyway, we were going through the Hirschgarten, the deer garden or the deer park, and I thought it'd be fun to go live and show the deer. So I did. All cheerful and happy, I went live while Stefan walked a little bit ahead of me. This was still to the time when Stefan was not in my videos, so he wasn't a part of the live streams either. So he was walking a little bit ahead of me, and full of excitement and happiness, I bounded over to where the deer usually were, and I said something like, hey, look, here are some deer. For another moment or two, everything was great. Then suddenly a couple not so nice comments came in, calling me some not so nice things. Namely, those are goats, you stupid cunt. And I also think, if I remember correctly, something about me being a bitch. Okay. I am someone who really struggles at not showing exactly what I'm feeling on the inside, outwardly on my face. And yet at the same time, it's scary to feel vulnerable in front of the world. Okay, I don't know how many people were actually watching the live stream, but it felt like the world at the time. Now, 4+ years later, and lots of videos and lots of experience with less than nice comments, I'm more used to the mean comments. I mean, I guess as used to someone calling you a stupid cunt as you can get. But at the time, I was very much not used to comments like that. I did not have a thick skin at all. And seeing that comment pop up on the screen during the live stream, it really alarmed me and made me feel, well, awful, basically. I could feel my face turning, I don't know, either super pale or like getting really red, and all these vulnerable emotions coming out and showing on my face that I didn't want the person to see. I didn't want them to see how much they had just upset me. So I just cut off the live feed. I just shut off my phone abruptly, and I got super silent, and I went to catch up with Stefan, and he was like, I thought you were going live. And I was like, yep, well, I'm done. I tried to play it off. Stefan knew immediately that something had happened because he knows me. And also, like I said, my face can often basically be read like a book. But I didn't want to tell him what happened because, I don't know, I guess I also just felt, I would say, embarrassed. I felt embarrassed that it bothered me so much. Like, I really hated that person's comment had such a huge effect on me, that because of that comment, I had stopped what I was doing. I had cut the live stream. Yeah, I really hated that it affected me so much, and I felt embarrassed about that. Over the years, I have worked hard to learn to accept that I'm a sensitive person. Or maybe better put, I've worked hard to accept and understand that I often seem to feel feelings in what feels like a particularly intense way, like good feelings as well as bad feelings. I have a tendency to feel them quite intensely, and that's just how it is. But it's taken me a while to realize that I don't need to feel bad for the intensity of my feelings, or I don't have to judge myself for those feelings or judge myself for experiencing those feelings so intensely. And at that time in my life, I just felt super silly and embarrassed that I was so affected by his mean attack, because that's what it felt to me. It felt like a direct attack. Eventually, Stefan coaxed it out of me, and I told him what happened, and we went back to have a look at the deer, and sure enough, for some reason, there were a bunch of goats in the deer pen. There were also some deer off to one side, but I guess I hadn't filmed those. I had filmed goats and called them deer. Okay, big whoop-de-doo. Still no need for such a angry, rough reaction to my, harmless little mistake. Nowadays, it's become a bit of an inside joke between me and Stefan, which I guess is now really not so inside anymore. Now it can be a joke for everyone. Sometimes when Stefan and I walk by the deer in the Hirschgarten, I'll say something like, "They're goats, you stupid goat," and we laugh about it, But even though it's a joke for us now, and even though I have developed a thicker skin over the years, I'm still a sensitive person. I'm still a sensitive person who has trouble not showing every little feeling that I'm feeling on my face. And so every time that I've thought about maybe going live on YouTube or now Instagram as well, I've gotten nervous that someone would comment something and I would see it there in real time and it would upset me, and I wouldn't be able to hide my vulnerable, intense feelings. And so I've just kind of shied away from doing it. But lately I've watched a few of my friends go live and it just looks like so much fun. And I think that Wanted Adventure viewers might really enjoy it. So on the one hand, I would kind of actually really like to do it. I would like to go live. But on the other hand, I have built up this fear of it over the years, and I have like this fear wall that's stopping me from doing it. And also, I don't really know what I would talk about when going live. Like, what would I say? And what if suddenly I'm going live and then I blank and I have nothing to say, and then I get nervous and I get anxious because of that. I can't think of anything to say, and then maybe someone says something mean in the comments and it pops up there in real time and I read it, and then I show all my vulnerable emotions and I feel super vulnerable, and then I just start crying, and I'm just crying live on YouTube. And there's my fear. So yeah, I guess that's why I haven't gone live yet. But I am thinking about going live. I don't know, maybe I could do it with another YouTuber for the first time, something like that, to help me overcome my fear. I don't know. We'll see. I just thought that first I would share all of this in a video and share why I haven't gone live, so that at least if I do ever go live, at least you know the background of how it's something that makes me anxious and nervous beforehand. At least you know that backstory. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking. So my question for you is, do you have any thoughts or advice on this topic? Have you ever gone live on any social media platform? What have your experiences been like? Or what have your experiences with mean comments been like? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. New videos on Monday afternoons. There are some more fun things to check out down here and some more videos over here. And I would like to say a really big thank you so much to our patrons who support us on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. And see you next Monday for another video. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen.